You think you can easily identify a toxic person, right? Wrong. They don't arrive with obvious warning signs. They don't shout or shove you around. No, they smile, they act kind, they sound caring. But here's the scary part. They use questions. Yes, questions. Not insults, not attacks, just normal sounding questions. But they aren't harmless. These questions are traps. And if you don't know what to listen for, you'll fall straight into them. You'll feel confused. You'll feel guilty. You'll start believing you're the issue, but you're not. They are. And today, I'm going to show you the 5 questions toxic people always ask, why they're dangerous, and what you should say back. Because once you recognize them, you'll never get fooled again. Let's go. Now imagine this. Someone says something hurtful to you. Maybe they make a joke that cuts deep. Maybe they criticize how you look or what you did. So you speak up. You say, hey, that really hurt me. And instead of apologizing, they stare at you and ask, why are you so sensitive? Wait, what just happened? You told them they crossed a line, and suddenly you're the one at fault, not them. This is a tactic, a very sneaky one. They make you feel guilty for having emotions, like you're too fragile, too dramatic, too much. But here's the truth, your emotions are valid. If something hurts, it hurts. That's normal, that's okay. When someone calls you sensitive, they're trying to shut you up. Stop speaking, stop complaining, stop pointing out their behavior. Let me explain why this trick works so well. When they label you as sensitive, your mind starts questioning itself. Am I really too sensitive? Am I overreacting? Maybe I should be tougher. And just like that, you stop focusing on what they did wrong. Now you're focused on what's wrong with you. Exactly what they want. Toxic people understand this. Most people don't want to be seen as weak or dramatic, so they use that fear against you. They press your buttons, say hurtful things, and when you respond like any normal person would, they act shocked like you're the one who's crazy. So what should you say? Try this. I'm not too sensitive. You were just being disrespectful. Simple, direct, no apology. Because a healthy person will listen. They say sorry, they act like they changed. Toxic people blame you for how you reacted. So if someone calls you sensitive, don't listen to them. Trust your emotions instead. Oh man, this next one is harsh. So imagine someone says something hurtful again. Maybe they mock you in front of your friends. Maybe they make fun of something you care about. You feel hurt, you feel embarrassed. So you ask them to stop and they just laugh. They shake their head and say, "Can't you take a joke?" You feel trapped because if you say no, you look serious, boring, like you can't have fun. But if you say yes, they keep doing it, keep hurting you, and you're expected to just smile. Here's what's really going on. They hurt you, and instead of admitting it, they label it as a joke. But jokes are supposed to be funny for everyone, not only the person making them. If you're not laughing, it's not a joke. It's just cruelty. This is how toxic people get away with being mean. They hide behind humor and then act like you're the issue for not laughing. Let me explain why this question is so dangerous. It puts all the blame on you. Think about it. They said something hurtful, but now the attention isn't on their words. It's on your response. You're the one who can't take a joke. You're the one ruining the vibe. See how they flipped it? So what should you say? Try this. Jokes are supposed to be funny. That wasn't. Boom, you just called them out calmly. Obviously, because real friends don't hurt you on purpose and then make you feel guilty for being hurt. Toxic people do. So if someone keeps saying it's just a joke, pay attention. That's not friendship. That's bullying with a smile. All right, now let's move to this next one because it's nasty. Imagine you're feeling upset. Maybe you had a rough day, or maybe something frightening happened. So you open up to someone you trust. You start explaining, and before you finish, they interrupt you. Why do you always make everything about yourself? Hold on, you were just sharing your feelings. You were asking for support, and now you're the selfish one. This is called deflection. Toxic people use it to avoid helping you, to avoid caring about you. Because if they make you feel guilty for talking, you'll stop talking. You'll keep everything inside. You'll stop reaching out for support. And that's exactly what they want. See, toxic people don't like it when the focus isn't on them. They don't like it when you need something. So they flip the situation and make you feel guilty for having needs. But here's the truth. Talking about your emotions isn't selfish. Asking for support isn't selfish. That's what relationships are for. Let me explain why this question is so harmful. It makes you feel like your problems don't matter, like you're a burden, like you're asking for too much just for existing and having feelings. So what happens? You stop opening up. You stop reaching out. You keep everything inside. And that's dangerous because everyone needs support. Everyone needs someone to talk to. So what should you say? Try this. I'm not making this about me. I'm just telling you how I feel. No apology, no shrinking yourself. Just state the truth. Because healthy people want to know how you feel. They care, they listen, they help. Toxic people, they punish you just for needing them. You deserve people who actually care. Okay, this next one will make you feel insane, literally. Let's say someone told you something. Maybe they promised to help you. Maybe they said something hurtful, and later you bring it up, and they look at you like you're crazy and say, "When did I ever say that?" Now you're stuck because you know they said it, you remember it clearly, but they act like it never happened, like you're making it up, like you're imagining things. This is called gaslighting. It's when someone makes you doubt your own memory, your own reality, and it's one of the most damaging things a toxic person can do, because once you start doubting yourself, they can control you. They can lie, they can break promises, and you'll never call them out because you're too busy wondering if you're going crazy, but you're not. Let me explain why this is so dangerous. Your memory is how you understand your life. It's how you know what's real. When someone messes with that, they're messing with your sense of reality. You start thinking, maybe I'm forgetful, maybe I misunderstood, maybe I'm not reliable. And just like that, you stop focusing on what they did wrong. Now you're focused on what's wrong with you, exactly what they want. So what do? Trust yourself, trust your memory, and say this: you did say that, and I remember it clearly. Don't argue, don't try to prove it, just stay firm. Because healthy people might forget things, that's normal, but when they do, they say, "Oh, I don't remember, but maybe I did." They don't attack you, they don't make you feel like you're losing your mind. Toxic people do. So if someone keeps denying things you know happened, write it down, keep records, protect yourself, because your reality is real. Don't let anyone steal it from you. Last one, and this one may hurt the most. Imagine you finally stand up for yourself. You set a boundary, you say no, you call someone out, and instead of listening, they look at you with wounded eyes and say, "After everything I've done for you?" Oof, that hits. Now you feel guilty, ungrateful, like you're a bad person. But wait, let's think about this. Real kindness doesn't come with conditions. Real love doesn't keep score. If someone truly cares about you, they don't throw their good deeds in your face. They don't use kindness as a weapon. That's manipulation, plain and simple. They remind you of the nice things they did, so you'll ignore the bad things they keep doing. They want you to feel like you owe them, like you can't speak up, like you must accept everything because of what they did in the past. But that's not how relationships work. Doing something nice doesn't give someone the right to hurt you. Helping you once doesn't mean you must accept disrespect forever. So what should you say? Try this. I appreciate what you've done, but that doesn't mean I don't get to have boundaries. Calm, respectful, but firm. Because here's the truth. People who truly love you want you to have boundaries. They want you to be happy. They want you to feel safe. Toxic people, they keep score. They remember every favor. They use your gratitude like a chain. So if someone uses their kindness as a weapon, that's not love, that's control. Here's what you need to remember. Toxic people don't always look toxic. They don't walk around being mean all the time. No, they ask questions. Questions that sound innocent. Questions that make you doubt yourself. Questions that flip the story. And if you don't know what to listen for, you'll fall for it every single time. But now you know. Now you know the 5 questions. You know the tricks. You know what to